Hey everyone, SpecialService here. I'm back and you'd never guess what game we're looking at today. Welcome back to the finals. I know, a shocker. While we continue to test the new cash out update, I wanted to talk about the untapped potential of the finals, both theme and content-wise. Last time, I discussed game modes and other things that could be added to the game to help improve future seasons' content, but this time I want to discuss the entire potential of the game in a broader sense, that being gadgets, weapons, and even maps. Unlike other first-person shooters on the market, the finals has positioned itself in a spot where the theme and context of the game doesn't restrict what content Embark can add to the game in future seasons. For those that don't already know, the finals is a game show set 100 years in the future, where contestants virtually connect to the arena to compete for cold, hard cash. And it's because the finals has established itself as a digital arena with an inherently upbeat tone, it becomes apparent that anything is possible in the arenas. As we've already seen, clearly realism isn't the focus of Embark's design philosophy. And thankfully, they prioritize entertainment over authenticity. It's one of the main reasons the core game is so fun. We've seen some glimpses of truly creative gadgets in previous seasons, such as the Vanishing Bomb, Gateway, Anti-Gravity Cube, and Dematerializer. Naturally, most of the more creative gadgets came in Season 2 when CNS took over the show. That's when the finals took a step outside of normality. We were no longer in Vegas or Monaco, but a custom arena produced by the hacker group CNS. The Gateway and Gravity Cube are especially unique. You can tell just by looking at these gadgets, they are not part of the normal roster of equipment. Clearly there's some sort of homebrew gadgets that were probably programmed in someone's garden shed. They also come with outlandish abilities. The Anti-Gravity Cube, as the name would suggest, creates a tractor beam that suspends rubble and physics objects, including the cash-out stations, into the air. The Gateway creates a two-way gateway with two thrown entrances, allowing for instant repositioning, and the Dematerializer allows you to dematerialize a chunk of a building and shoot through it, then have it rematerialize to protect yourself. While gadgets like these are few and far between, the creativity that went into Season 2's gadgets is still unmatched. But the finals has the potential to create more gadgets like the Anti-Gravity Cube. While not every gadget added has to be a meta pick, some can just be made for fun, like the Anti-Gravity Cube. It's one of the least competitive gadgets in the finals, yet I still see people using the Anti-Gravity Cube for fun. We have our generic mines, grenades, and a few specialty gadgets for each build like zip lines, the stun gun, and barricades. But all gadgets in Season 2, while not all of them became essential parts of each build's kit, they have distinct niche situations where they could work, and naturally will receive more in future seasons. But I would like to see the finals tap a bit more into the creativity that went into Season 2. Concepts and testing for new gadgets is a whole other can of worms, and I won't be getting much into it in this video, but I'd like to throw out just some super simple ideas that I don't believe will be too difficult to implement. I'm going to use the dreaded F word here, but they could create a gadget like the shockwave grenades from Fortnite. A near-impact grenade that produces a shockwave when it detonates that pushes contestants away from the origin of the explosion. It could be used for traversal, offense, and defense, and I think something like that would fit great with the finals. It's just a concept for a gadget to get the creative ball rolling. A lot of the same things can be said for weapons. We received a fair few of off-meta weapons. Now that was mainly because they weren't very powerful and a good chunk of them were all melee based. However, I find that both the spear and dual blades are really fun to use in casual matches. As in a casual match, you don't have to worry so much about hindering your team, and you can just focus on having fun. The same could be said for Season 2's KS-23. While it's not the best shotgun in the world, its unique ability to destroy walls in a pinch when all your gadgets are on cooldown is incredibly unique. Plus, its unique slug projectile is really fun to use in gunfights. As we've already seen with the KS-23, all weapons in the finals can have incredibly unique potential in offensive and supportive niches. Maybe for the medium class, they could create some sort of weapon like Killing Floor 2's medic weapons, where they have the ability to deal offensive damage but also heal teammates. Obviously to a lesser extent than the healing beam. But like I said in the beginning of the video, gadgets and weapons aren't the only thing with such potential. We've seen some beautiful locations brought to life by Embark's incredibly talented team, with Monocle and Seoul, Skyway Stadium, and with the newer additions being Las Vegas, Cis Horizon, and now Kyoto from the 1500s. However, they haven't fully embraced the possibilities that come with being in a digital arena. The arenas often mirror reality, mimicking aspects of the real world. I believe they could get a little more wild here. The world inside the arenas could be much more imaginative. Things like Cis Horizon, an arena that's almost completely detached from reality, despite it having a museum, office block, library, and streets with the roads themselves creating cover and obstructions, and the theming of a synthwave city keeps the map refreshing and incredibly unique from the current roster. Not to mention how when walls and structures are destroyed in Sys Horizon, instead of exploding into rubble, it disintegrates into chunks of code. Sys Horizon takes the digital arena and breaks it down to its bare, blocky layout. That's not to say the other maps are boring. I love the tight alleyways and open parks of Monaco, the verticality in Seoul forcing players to actually look up for once, Skyway Stadium's mix of Seoul and Monaco, taking the best of both maps and smashing them together, Las Vegas's 4 massive casinos inciting multi-level destruction and close quarters fighting in interior spaces, and I've already talked about Sys Horizon's stylized modern city block. And while conceptually, I love Kyoto's rendition of 1500s Japan, the map's performance and the way it plays doesn't do it any favors in any of the current game modes. There's so much more the finals can do to really bring this whole digital arena thing around. Naturally, the creation of a brand new map, new gadgets, and weapons is a massive undertaking for the relatively small team at Embark, but since we have 50 or so days left in the season, and with all that time to kill until the next round of circuit challenges are up, I figured I'd throw some ideas out there. Particularly with maps, I think it would be beneficial to create another arena similar to Skyway Stadium, in the sense that it's a smaller sized arena designed specifically for smaller and tighter game modes, like a team deathmatch or a banquet mode or what have you. Something purpose-built so the finals could implement more game modes for players to try. It might even help bring more events into the game. Something like the Ospoos Arena, focused around speed and combat-based modes. Or even something similar to that. The sky is not the limit here. The finals has so much potential within its setting, and I want to see the game exploit that potential to its fullest. While things may have to remain conventional to a degree, there's still creative and unorthodox options for the weapons, gadgets, and maps. We just have to wait for the finals to get there in future seasons. And that's all I have for you guys this time. We're getting pretty close to 1,000 subscribers, and that's not a milestone I ever thought I would hit so soon. So seriously, thanks to all of you who watched to the end of my videos. And if you guys want to join me for some games of the finals, you can find my Discord linked in the description below, so feel free to drop in and send me a ping. And other than that, I will see you guys next time. Peace.
And now we celebrate as one team of contestants becomes a group of rising stars. Congratulations to the Big Splash from all of us here at the Finals.